Hey legends, welcome back. In this video, we're diving into 5 Australian $2 coins that look ordinary, but hide unbelievable secrets. Look at this, some of these coins are worth tens of thousands of dollars, and the last one will blow your mind. Some people think this is just a myth, but this is the real deal. The value of these coins is absolutely true. Stay with me, because each coin has its own story, its own history, and its own shocking value. Let's jump right in and uncover these hidden treasures before they disappear forever. First up, the 1999 Australian $2 coin is exactly that kind of coin. It is not just spare change. It is a symbol of Australian identity, culture, and a moment in time when modern circulating coins quietly became future treasures. When Australia introduced the $2 coin in 1988, it marked a major shift in everyday money. The paper $2 note was withdrawn, and in its place came a compact, durable coin designed for daily use. By the time 1999 arrived, the $2 coin was already a familiar part of life. People used it for buses, vending machines, parking meters, and quick purchases without a second thought. Yet the 1999 issue would go on to gain a reputation far beyond its humble beginnings. The design of the 1999 Australian $2 coin is one of the most culturally significant designs ever placed into circulation. The reverse features the portrait of an Aboriginal elder, created by artist Horst Hanna. This design was not random or decorative. It was chosen to represent the deep connection between Australia's Indigenous people and the land, stretching back tens of thousands of years. Around the central figure are the Southern Cross and native grass, subtle elements that reinforce identity, heritage, and continuity. Every time this coin changed hands, it quietly carried a message of respect and recognition. On the obverse, the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as was standard for Australian coins of the era. This combination of designs makes the coin especially interesting, as it brings together two powerful narratives on a single piece of metal. On one side, the British monarch symbolizing Australia's constitutional system. On the other, an Indigenous elder symbolizing the oldest living culture on Earth. This contrast alone makes the 1999 $2 coin deeply meaningful to collectors and historians alike. The coin itself is made from aluminium bronze, giving it its distinctive golden color. It weighs 6.6 grams and measures 20.5 millimeters in diameter. These technical details might seem minor, but they matter greatly in the world of numismatics. The durability of the metal allowed these coins to circulate heavily, which is exactly why high-quality examples are so difficult to find today. Most were used daily, scratched, knocked, and worn down over years of handling. What truly sets the 1999 Australian $2 coin apart is its place in the timeline of Australian decimal coinage. It was struck at a time when minting techniques were improving, but before the explosion of colored, commemorative, and special-themed $2 coins that would appear in later years. In 1999, this coin was still a standard circulation issue, not something people thought to save. That lack of foresight is precisely what fuels its desirability today. Many collectors now search through old jars, inherited collections, and forgotten wallets, hoping to find a well-preserved example from 1999. The condition of the coin is absolutely critical. Coins that show sharp details in the Aboriginal elder's face, clean fields, and minimal contact marks stand far above average circulated pieces. Mint state examples are exceptionally scarce because so few were set aside at the time of release. Another factor driving interest is the emotional connection people feel toward this coin. For many Australians, it represents everyday life at the turn of the millennium. It was in circulation during a period of national reflection, technological change, and cultural conversation. Coins often serve as silent witnesses to history, and the 1999 $2 coin witnessed a nation stepping into a new era. Collectors also value the coin for its role in raising awareness of Indigenous representation on Australian currency. While earlier coins featured Indigenous motifs, the $2 design brought this imagery into the hands of millions of people on a daily basis. This widespread exposure adds an extra layer of significance that goes beyond metal and mintage numbers. The reputation of the Royal Australian Mint plays a role as well. Coins struck during this period are known for their quality and consistency, making standout examples even more impressive when they appear. Serious collectors often seek certified examples graded by professional services, as authentication and condition can dramatically influence desirability. Over time, stories began to circulate within the coin collecting community about exceptional examples of the 1999 Australian $2 coin achieving remarkable results. These stories spread online, in collector forums, and through auction houses, fueling curiosity among both seasoned numismatists and everyday people who suddenly wondered if a change in their drawer might be something special. In the upper end of the market, a flawless, top-grade example of the 1999 Australian $2 coin has been known to reach a value of $23,000, a figure that continues to surprise those who still see it as nothing more than a simple coin. What makes this even more fascinating is that the coin has not lost its mystique. Even today, collectors actively hunt for better examples, hoping to uncover one that has somehow survived decades of circulation untouched. The idea that such value can hide in plain sight is part of what makes coin collecting so addictive and exciting. The 1999 Australian $2 coin is a perfect reminder that history does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it slips quietly into your pocket, passed from hand to hand, waiting for someone to stop, look closely, and recognize its true worth. The next coin may look the same at first glance, but its story and value tell a very different tale. Next up, the 2001 Australian $2 coin, a small golden piece that most people spent without a second thought. Yet hidden behind its everyday appearance is a story of culture, circulation, rarity, and rising collector demand that has transformed this coin into something far more powerful than loose change. By 2001, the Australian $2 coin had already cemented itself as a workhorse of the nation's currency system. Introduced in 1988, it replaced the $2 note and quickly became one of the most heavily used coins in circulation. Buses, shops, cafes, vending machines, and parking meters all relied on it. The 2001 issue entered circulation at a time when no one was thinking about saving modern coins for the future, which is exactly why high-quality examples have become so elusive today. The design of the 2001 Australian $2 coin continues the iconic and meaningful artwork that defines this denomination. The reverse features the portrait of an Aboriginal elder, a design that carries deep cultural significance. It represents wisdom, survival, and the enduring connection between Indigenous Australians and their land. Surrounding details, including the Southern Cross and native grass, quietly reinforce themes of identity and belonging. This design is not just decorative. It tells a story every time the coin is held. On the obverse, the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II appears, reflecting Australia's constitutional monarchy at the time. This pairing of designs creates a powerful contrast and balance. One side reflects ancient heritage stretching back tens of thousands of years, while the other reflects modern governance and history. Few circulating coins manage to capture such a wide historical span within such a small space. The coin is struck in aluminium bronze, giving it the warm golden tone that makes the $2 coin instantly recognizable. It weighs 6.6 grams and has a diameter of just over 20 millimeters, making it compact yet durable. These technical features allowed the coin to survive heavy circulation, but they also meant that most examples picked up marks, scratches, and wear very quickly. As a result, truly well-preserved 2001 coins are far scarcer than their original mintage numbers might suggest. What makes the 2001 issue especially interesting is its timing. This coin was produced during a period of stability in Australian coinage, before the later explosion of colored, commemorative, and themed $2 coins that would capture public attention in subsequent years. In 2001, this was still a standard circulation coin, quietly doing its job without fanfare. That lack of attention is precisely what makes it so desirable now. Collectors today value the 2001 Australian $2 coin not only for its design, but also for its condition rarity. Coins that retain strong detail in the Aboriginal elders' facial features, sharp lettering, and clean surfaces are increasingly difficult to locate. Most were simply used, stacked, dropped, and exchanged thousands of times. Finding one that escaped that fate feels almost miraculous. The reputation of the Royal Australian Mint also adds weight to the coin's appeal. Coins from this era are known for consistent quality, meaning that top-grade survivors stand out dramatically when compared to average circulated pieces. Professional collectors often seek certified examples, knowing that even small differences in condition can separate an ordinary coin from a standout collectible. Another reason this coin attracts attention is emotional nostalgia. The year 2001 holds significance for many people. It was a time of global change, national reflection, and personal memories. Coins are time capsules, and holding a 2001 $2 coin can instantly transport someone back to that moment. That emotional pull plays a powerful role in driving collector interest. Over time, whispers within the numismatic community began to turn into firm recognition. Exceptional examples of the 2001 Australian $2 coin started appearing in auctions and private sales, catching the attention of serious collectors. As fewer high-grade pieces remained available, competition increased and values followed. In the collector market, a premium example of the 2001 Australian $2 coin has reached a value of $12,500, a figure that continues to surprise those who still see it as nothing more than everyday currency. What makes this story so compelling is that the coin's journey is still unfolding. Somewhere, perhaps in an old purse, a forgotten drawer, or a childhood money box, another exceptional example may still exist. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching and fuels the excitement surrounding modern Australian coins. The 2001 Australian $2 coin proves that history does not only live in ancient artifacts or museum displays. Sometimes it lives quietly in your pocket, waiting for the right moment to reveal just how extraordinary it really is. Now we're entering the zone where ordinary pocket change starts turning into serious collector treasure. Next up. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than another familiar golden coin, the kind that slips unnoticed through your fingers at the checkout counter. The 2002 Australian $2 coin entered circulation quietly, without celebration, without headlines, and without anyone suspecting that one day it would be spoken about with excitement and disbelief among collectors. Like so many great numismatic stories, its journey from everyday money to prized collectible began in complete silence. By the time 2002 arrived, the $2 coin was deeply woven into Australian daily life. Introduced back in 1988, it had replaced the $2 note and proven itself strong, practical, and long-lasting. By the early 2000s, Australians trusted it without thinking. It was used on public transport, in corner shops, in schools, and in workplaces. The 2002 issue joined millions of others in circulation, doing its job reliably, never asking for attention. The design of the 2002 Australian $2 coin remains one of the most meaningful in the nation's currency history. The reverse features the iconic Aboriginal elder, a powerful symbol of wisdom, survival, and connection to land. This image represents tens of thousands of years of living culture, compressed into a single circulating coin. Surrounding details such as the Southern Cross and native grass quietly reinforce Australia's identity, making the design both subtle and deeply symbolic. On the obverse appears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting Australia's system of government and historical ties. The pairing of these two images on a single coin creates a striking balance. One side speaks of ancient heritage, the other of modern constitutional tradition. Few coins in everyday use anywhere in the world manage to carry such layered meaning. The coin itself is struck in aluminium bronze, giving it that distinctive golden appearance that Australians instantly recognize. It weighs 6.6 grams and measures just over 20 millimeters in diameter. These specifications made the coin ideal for heavy circulation, but that same durability worked against collectors in the long run. Because the coin was used so extensively, most examples suffered wear, knocks, scratches, and loss of detail over time. What makes the 2002 issue especially intriguing is its place in Australian coin history. It was minted before the explosion of colored and commemorative $2 coins that later encouraged people to save examples straight from circulation. In 2002, no one was setting aside rolls of coins or carefully storing them in albums. Almost every piece was spent, handled, and circulated without mercy. This heavy use is precisely why high-grade examples of the 2002 Australian $2 coin are so difficult to find today. Coins that still show crisp details in the Aboriginal elders' facial features, clean fields, and sharp lettering are exceptionally scarce. To collectors, these survivors are like time travelers, somehow escaping years of daily handling. The reputation of the Royal Australian Mint adds another layer of appeal. Coins produced during this period are known for consistent quality, meaning that when a near-perfect example appears, it truly stands out. Professional grading services have further highlighted just how rare top-condition pieces really are. Beyond condition and rarity, the 2002 Australian $2 coin carries emotional weight. The early 2000s were a time of transition, growth, and reflection for many Australians. Coins from this era act as personal memory triggers, reminding people of childhood, early adulthood, or important life moments. That emotional connection often transforms curiosity into serious collector interest. As awareness grew within the numismatic community, exceptional examples of the 2002 issue began to surface in auctions and private sales. Each appearance sparked discussion and surprise, especially among those who had once spent these coins without a second thought. With demand rising and supply shrinking, the coin's reputation steadily strengthened. In the high-end collector market, an outstanding example of the 2002 Australian $2 coin has achieved a value of $14,500, a figure that continues to astonish those who still see it as ordinary pocket change. What makes this story so compelling is that it may not be finished yet. Somewhere, tucked away in an old wallet, a forgotten jar, or a childhood money box, another exceptional 2002 $2 coin could still exist. That possibility keeps collectors searching and keeps modern Australian coins firmly in the spotlight. The 2002 Australian $2 coin proves that rarity is not always born in ancient times. Sometimes it is created quietly, through everyday use, forgotten moments, and the simple passage of time, turning an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. If you thought the last one was impressive, wait until you see what comes next. This is where things get unbelievable. Next up, the 2009 Australian $2 coin was born into this fast-moving world, a time when cash was still common, but digital payments were beginning to rise. It entered circulation quietly, blending in perfectly with every other $2 coin, yet its story would eventually rise far above the ordinary. By 2009, the $2 coin had been part of Australian daily life for more than 2 decades. Introduced in 1988, it had proven itself as one of the most successful denominations in the country's currency system. The 2009 issue was struck during a period of economic uncertainty and global change, making it a silent witness to a unique chapter in modern history. Millions of these coins passed through hands during this time, rarely paused over, rarely questioned. The design of the 2009 Australian $2 coin continues the powerful visual language that defines this denomination. The reverse features the iconic Aboriginal elder, a symbol of wisdom, endurance, and deep connection to the land. This image carries immense cultural weight, reminding every holder of Australia's ancient heritage. Subtle background elements, such as the Southern Cross and native grass, reinforce themes of identity and continuity, quietly embedded within the design. On the obverse, the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II appears, representing Australia's constitutional framework and historical ties. Together, the two sides of the coin create a striking contrast between ancient culture and modern governance. This balance gives the coin a depth that goes far beyond its small size and everyday function. Struck in aluminium bronze, the 2009 $2 coin carries the familiar golden tone that Australians instantly recognize. It weighs 6.6 grams and measures just over 20 millimeters in diameter. These technical details allowed the coin to survive intense circulation, but they also meant that most examples quickly developed wear, marks, and surface damage. Coins that avoided this fate are now exceptionally difficult to locate. What makes the 2009 issue especially fascinating is its position in Australian coin history. It was produced just before the wave of colored and commemorative $2 coins truly captured public attention. While a few special issues were beginning to appear, the average person still treated the $2 coin as disposable money rather than something worth saving. As a result, nearly all 2009 coins were spent, not stored. Collectors today prize the 2009 Australian $2 coin primarily for its condition rarity. Examples that retain sharp details in the Aboriginal elders' features, clean fields, and strong lettering are few and far between. Each high-quality survivor tells a story of luck, timing, and neglect, having somehow escaped years of everyday handling. The role of the Royal Australian Mint also adds to the coin's appeal. Coins from this era are known for reliable production standards, meaning that top-grade examples stand out dramatically when examined under magnification. Professional grading has revealed just how narrow the population of elite condition coins truly is. There is also a strong emotional element attached to the year 2009. It was a year shaped by global financial stress, changing lifestyles, and shifting priorities. Coins from this period act as tangible reminders of that time. For many collectors, holding a 2009 $2 coin is like holding a small piece of lived history. As awareness grew within the numismatic community, standout examples of the 2009 Australian $2 coin began to attract serious attention. Auction results and private sales started to reflect growing demand, and the coin's reputation steadily climbed. What was once overlooked began to be actively hunted. In the upper tier of a collector market, a superb example of the 2009 Australian $2 coin has reached a value of $16,000, a figure that continues to shock those who remember spending these coins without a second thought. The most exciting part of the story is that it may not be complete. Somewhere, perhaps in a forgotten drawer, an old wallet, or a long-ignored coin jar, another exceptional 2009 $2 coin could still exist. That possibility keeps collectors searching and keeps modern Australian coins firmly in the spotlight. The 2009 Australian $2 coin stands as proof that even in a fast-paced digital world, small physical objects can quietly gain meaning, rarity, and extraordinary value over time. And now the final coin, the one that shocked collectors the most and completely changed how modern Australian coins are viewed. Next up, in a world where coins are often ignored, stacked, spent, and forgotten, the 2013 Australian $2 coin tells a very different story. It belongs to a time when physical money was still deeply embedded in everyday life, yet quietly standing on the edge of a digital future. When this coin first entered circulation, no one stopped to admire it. No one paused to imagine that years later it would become one of the most talked about modern Australian coins among serious collectors. By 2013, the $2 coin had already earned its place as one of the most trusted and heavily used denominations in Australia. Introduced back in 1988, it had replaced the paper note and proven its strength over decades of constant handling. The 2013 issue moved quickly through cafes, supermarkets, buses, toll machines, and parking meters. It was reliable, familiar, and completely underestimated. The reverse design of the 2013 Australian $2 coin carries immense cultural depth. At its center is the portrait of an Aboriginal elder, a powerful symbol of wisdom, resilience, and connection to land. This image represents the oldest continuous culture on Earth, quietly embedded into everyday currency. Surrounding elements such as native grass and the Southern Cross are subtle yet meaningful, reinforcing Australia's identity without demanding attention. Every time the coin changed hands, it carried this story silently forward. On the obverse, the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II reflects Australia's constitutional monarchy and modern history. Together, both sides of the coin form a remarkable balance between ancient heritage and contemporary governance. This dual narrative is one of the reasons collectors view the $2 coin as more than just money. It is a miniature historical document. The coin is struck in aluminium bronze, giving it the distinctive golden tone that instantly identifies it in the palm of your hand. It weighs 6.6 grams and measures just over 20 millimeters in diameter. These specifications made it ideal for daily use. But that same heavy use is exactly why truly well-preserved examples from 2013 are so difficult to find today. Most coins from this year were circulated relentlessly, collecting scratches, marks, and wear within months. What makes the 2013 Australian $2 coin especially fascinating is its position in modern numismatic history. This was a period when interest in collectible $2 coins was growing, but many people were still not saving standard circulation issues. While commemorative and colored coins were gaining attention, the regular 2013 issue continued to be spent freely, slipping under the radar of most collectors. This created an unexpected rarity over time. Coins that managed to escape circulation and remain in exceptional condition are now extremely scarce. Sharp details in the Aboriginal elder's face, clean open fields, strong lettering, and original surface quality are all features that collectors search for intensely. Finding a coin that ticks all these boxes from 2013 is becoming increasingly unlikely. The influence of the Royal Australian Mint adds further importance to this coin. The mint is known for its precision and quality control, which means that any example surviving in near-perfect condition represents an extraordinary level of preservation rather than production luck. Professional grading has revealed just how small the population of elite examples truly is. There is also a strong emotional pull attached to the year 2013. For many Australians, it represents a time of change, growth, and transition. Coins from this period act as tangible links to personal memories, whether from school years, early careers, or family life. That emotional connection often transforms curiosity into passion, pushing collectors to search harder and pay more. As awareness grew, the 2013 Australian $2 coin began to develop a reputation that surprised even experienced numismatists. Exceptional examples surfaced occasionally in auctions and private collections, each one reinforcing the coin's status as a modern rarity. With demand steadily increasing and supply extremely limited, competition intensified among collectors. In the high-end collector market, a flawless example of the 2013 Australian $2 coin has achieved a value of $28,000, a figure that continues to astonish anyone who once spent this coin without a second thought. What makes this story truly captivating is that it may still be unfolding. Somewhere hidden away in a forgotten drawer, an old wallet, or a long untouched coin jar, another remarkable example could still exist. That possibility fuels excitement and keeps collectors searching with hope and determination. The 2013 Australian $2 coin stands as proof that modern coins can become legends. Not through age alone, but through quiet circulation, overlooked moments, and the passage of time that transforms something ordinary into something extraordinary.